Pick them toys up. Don't put your finger in my face. Pick them toys up.
I made it where I'm at on my own. Had a couple blocks in the road, but I get to the bag on the low. I be counting stacks while they grow, yeah, you know me.
Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Kaki, whatever you want to call me, and be sure to subscribe. Okay? Be sure to subscribe. So, in today's video, sorry if I'm talking low. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like my walls are hollow, but like, never mind. In today's video, I am going to be talking about how I cope with being a single mom. If you guys don't know, I do have a 4-year-old. I did a meet my 4-year-old. I did like an interview with Winter. She is literally perfect. She is so funny. She is so mischievous. Like, that is my roll dog. So today I'm going to be talking about how I basically cope with being a single mom. Now, this is something that has been asked of me from a couple of you guys, people in my Instagram DMs. Like I said, I always said that even if I have like that one person, I'm completely satisfied. But also from my peers, and a lot of people want to know about how I cope with being a single mom. We are going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly about being a single mom, because some of these things need to be talked about. I don't want you guys to skip past the good parts to just hear the bad parts. I don't want you guys to do that. I feel like the good parts are needed. So please, if you are a single mom, and I'm talking single mom, like I am a single mom, I can only give advice so far because everybody's situation is different. But my situation is, I am a single mom. My daughter has no knowledge of like her biological. Honestly, it hurts. It used to, like, I used to cry about this, but how much I'm gonna cry? Like, if Winter seen her biological walk on the street, she would have no idea who this person is. If I asked my daughter, like, who, you guys have seen her interview, like, she knows me, she knows mommy, she knows Gigi, she knows Papa, just 2 papas, by the way. Like, mama only knows Kennedy, like Cam. Y'all know mama love her some Cam. So if I ask her those questions, and if you ask, she just know mommy. Like, mama only know mommy. And we're just gonna leave it at that. So I am a single mom to a beautiful 4-year-old girl. How do I do it? We're just gonna start with the good. The good thing is I get to see my daughter grow every single day. I have seen her in stages where, like, it goes from, first of all, she's bossy. Like, we're gonna talk about the good things with your kids. So while I'm talking, I really want you to write down the good. So good, write down the good. I get to see her grow. I get to see her develop, like, within talking wise. Winter is bossy. Like, sometimes, like, I look at her and I just be like, dude, who you talking to? She be like, nothing. Like, Winter is very bossy. I like to see her, like, discover new things, like playing in paint. We love painting in our house. Yes, I do paint with my daughter. I try to do like little things with her, playing in dirt, like riding her bike. It's just really the little things, like just cuddling with my baby. Like, these are all the good things. Like, I get to watch my baby grow. I get to see her become this beautiful person. Despite of the things that I went through, Lord, I'm not gonna cry. Despite the things that I went through, I have said this in multiple videos, I am surprised that my daughter is as happy as she is. Like, Winter is a very happy baby, and there is nothing in this world that can dim her light. She's just happy. Those are like the good things. Like, the good things is I get to spend time with her. Like, I don't be getting mad. Like, I love learning my kid. It's the coolest thing ever. If you guys didn't know, there's another. So I'm excited to learn this baby too. But I enjoy learning my kid. Like, I take Winter grocery shopping with me. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff I get to show y'all. She's a picky eater. I don't mind. I actually think it's fun. Like, I can have 2 separate meals going on in the house. Like, these things are fun to me. But just spending time with her and just being there with her is like, these are the good things. These are like priceless moments. Like, y'all, I'm so head ass, excuse my French, but all of her work that she does in school, I literally one of those parents. Oh, I literally save everything because I don't get those back. She doesn't get to repeat that stuff. Call me head ass, but head ass. I love it. Like, I love learning my daughter. The bad, y'all thought I was gonna say something else. The bad is like, man, mama got attitude problems. Those are the bads. Like, gentle parenting, Winter doesn't get whoopings because she's not a bad kid. She's very mischievous, but I give her that look and she just be like, she'll straighten up. I don't know, but those are like the bad type of things with being a single mom. Like, just the stuff like kids get into stuff. Well, not really kids getting into stuff, but seeing her, mainly her attitude evolve, and I just be like, God help me. It's like I'm looking like at a mini-me. Like, Winter isn't like, she, like I said, she's not bad, but in my past, this is something I have to break within myself, and I talk to Winter. What temper be on 10 when I be like, Mama, come here. She be like, what? Now, I ain't never what my mama or my daddy. Like, if I tell her to do something, like, especially when it comes to like her iPad, baby, clean your room or no iPad. When I tell you, she will stomp up the stairs. Woo. Be ready to lose my religion, okay? But I just be like, ain't no way. Oh, because I told you to clean your room? Like, just pick up the toys. Like, these are considered the bad. You know, like her when she was a baby getting into Vaseline, destroying my Sasha Buttercup powder. I'll never forget that. Those are not the bads. Getting in the tub, I'm gonna leave some of these. These are the things that I went through with my daughter, y'all. It makes me want to cry. It's fun though, like getting in the tub with all her clothes on. Those are not the bad. The bad is like her attitude. Like, as a parent, she's only gonna get older. How do I cope with that? The ugly is wondering if my daughter will ever get a father-daughter dance. Ugly is worrying about if these things, like a biological, oh, I know that Winter is going to have a father. I know. But that is kind of like the ugly aspect too. Like, the man who comes into Winter's life, like, these are things I think about all the time. And is he gonna be good to her? Like, I used to always worry, like, are you gonna treat her like she's your own. I worry about, and I know these are things that we worry about, and I'm going to tell you how I cope with them. I worry about how Winter would react if she ever seen her biological. Like, will she be angry? Will she be bitter? Like, will I have to pick her up? Like, it's not a story that I actually have to tell, thank you Jesus, because God has already told me years ago that it's not a story that I'm actually going to be able to tell Winter. So that used to be one of my worries until God literally sent a person that literally said, I'm gonna tell you. So I'm not worried about telling Winter the story about what happened, but I'm worried, like, will she be overwhelmed? Like, I don't want her to get hurt. Winter would never, like, whatever sport she plays, she doesn't get to, well, my dad is coming or something like that. I wholeheartedly know that her father will come around, but I don't think it will be her biological. And it's something that I have had to deal with. I will be back. I had to go get my kid from school. Mama, what? Come here. Wait. The bed. Yara, she's on my way. Obviously, I gotta wait. We're working on gentle parenting over here. Come here. Oh, you trying to cover it up now? She just got out of school. She looked crazy, but you know what? Let me just show you like some of the bad, like in the raw, in the flesh. So, this how we looking coming back from school. What else you do?
Yeah.
You burnt your lips smelling cornbread?
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, be careful. Who you heavy? Okay, stand up. Show the people. Lift your knee up. Like, girl. Why?
My stomach. Sorry.
Why you poke a hole in your pants?
Because I cut it.
You cut it?
Yeah.
At where?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? Leave it alone. They're going in the garbage. Like, your hair, you look
ugly.
No, you're pretty. You're not ugly. You're very pretty. With the biggest, prettiest smile. Girl, you got a big smile. You're pretty. Say, I'm pretty.
I'm pretty.
Say, I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. Y'all, she plays too much. Okay. Pick them toys up. Don't put your finger in my face. Pick them toys up. You should clean up your room.
I didn't even go in your room.
All right. When her room is a disaster, she goes in my room and makes it a disaster. She eats the chips in my bed, the cookies, the crackers, the juice boxes be in my bed, everywhere. This, she will literally turn on my TV. She got her own TV. She will turn on my TV and play the tablet at the same time. I mean, we like things like that, the little stuff that just happened here, like we would consider those bad, like not like bad like as in a bad kid, but bad like my kid really cut a hole in her pants, gee, and was playing with the hole in her pants. Like, that is what I consider bad. I'm not saying Winter is a bad kid, but I did have to go pick her up from school so you guys can see, kind of like I'm a single mom. Like, you know, sometimes I have to stop, I have to pause, I have to go take care of my business, and then I come back. The ugly is mainly a lot of the things that we think about that are deeply penetrated in our minds. I tell you guys this, and I'm going to always say it: your mind is the devil's playground if you allow him to do so. And I would get caught up in all those things that I said, like her not having these things, her not having that conversation, her not knowing this person, or her like being hurt from lack thereof. Like, Winter doesn't lack in life, but lack thereof of like that, just like that, the male counterpart of her life, which I know that God is there. I know that Winter will have a father. Like I said, it just won't, it more than likely probably just won't be that one. And I had to come to terms with myself, because these are things that I would worry about, and I can't control them. And I don't want y'all to be like me. And even if you are in a position where you have been a single mom, Winter is about to be 5 this year, and honestly she hasn't seen that person in 4 years. So I don't want y'all to be in a position where you are 10 years in it, 20 years in it, 18 years in it, 7 years in it, and you're thinking only about like these things, because like I said, your mind can be the devil's playground if you allow it. And thinking about these things, like, these are the most horrible things that you can think of. And this is the coping part. The ugly, those are the most horrible things that I can think of. Honestly, I wish I would have wrote it down, but y'all know I be freestyling. But I will get better, and I know that I will get better. But these are like the most horrid things that I think about when it comes to my daughter is the ugly, like where she lacks, like the things that she doesn't get. Like, why does this happen with this, but then Winter like kind of lacks it? Like, how would she feel like when it comes into play, when she's like, well, you were there for this, but what about me, type of thing. And those aren't things that we need to worry about. I have literally, and I know I probably have like this spark in like energy. Like I said, my daughter is literally a breath of fresh air. When it's time, like I said, it's not a story that I have to tell. Ain't pressed about it. I don't have to. God work in mysterious ways. I don't have to move muscle. Whew, he already told me that was taken care of. But I have to keep saying this. Your mind can be the devil's playground if you allow it. Coping with it was knowing that I wasn't in control of the situation. Like, God placed me in this situation. Winter is literally Win. The first part of my daughter's name, Win, means fairly blessed, and Amelia, it's like from the Lord. With my daughter is literally a gift from God. And that, I believe that, I have said this in several videos, I have said this to several people, I believe with every fiber in my body, in my being, in my soul, that my daughter is a literal gift from God. All babies are gifts, but Winter is a gift, like a gift given, like to keep me here. Like, before look, I've been through a lot, but coping with stuff like this, like, I try not to think about the ugly, and it is very hard to do so. Like I said, don't be 17 years in, 18 years in, and even if you are, that is totally fine. Stop today. It's been 17 years, it's been 18 years, it's been 20 years, it's been 30 years, it's been 7 years, it's been, for me, 4 years, 5, well, Winter's about to be 5, and I can keep on with that pattern of why this, why that, like what about this, like what about winter. I could keep doing that to myself, or I can embrace my situation now. And when I think about that, even that situation, what really helps me cope is I truly think about breaking generational curses with my daughter. As if I have son that's coming along with this baby right here, best believe your girl is breaking them, because I don't even play that. I don't want my children to be having those burdens on them. And that's like a big thing too. Like, I had to change, because thinking about all of that, I don't want that weight to be carried on to winter and it be a burden to her. I had to completely let go, like literally let go and let God. Like, whatever God got in store, I am trusting his plan, especially when it comes to my daughter. And like I was saying before, I was getting sidetracked. Pregnancy brain, forgive me, I should have wrote this down. But if I allow myself to think about only the ugly and not the good, and not embrace my daughter, and not live in the now, and live in the past, and live in a future that I feel like winter will have, and the future ain't even here yet, then I will be succumbed to like the devil, like literally playing with my head. And it'll make me think about the ugliest things that can happen to my daughter, and it will literally make me cry for 5 more years, or 4 more years, however many, 5, okay? You have to think about stuff like God removes things. Wholeheartedly believe in this, especially when it comes to my daughter. God removes things and he places them with better. I wholeheartedly believe that. My thoughts, not his thoughts. The thoughts that you think, not his thoughts. Like me worrying, he didn't create us with worry or fear, any of that negative stuff. Like I said, my thoughts, not his thoughts. Me like thinking that winter won't have a father, that's not even gonna happen. I think it, but in my heart, I know that she will. I know that she will have that bond. And then I have to think, you guys have to think about, when you look at your situations, think about, is that really something you want to deal with? I have to sit there and I have to be like, okay, she's gonna miss out on this, or you know, this is gonna happen, or this is gonna happen. And like I said, my thoughts, not his thoughts. And I have to really sit down and I have to really think about what God removed. When I tell y'all I cannot be touched, I mean that in the most humble way. When I tell y'all, I told my mom I was chosen in the 3rd grade, and I had no idea what that meant. I am so anointed, like my cup overflows. Like when I tell y'all that the grace of God is upon my life, as much as like situations may have drama or whatever the case may be, just spiraling out of control that I know nothing about, but I know because like God tells me that he removed these things. You are not able to approach, people are not able to approach me like with the foolery. Like God removes things from my life and he replaces them with better. And that is how I cope, because I really sit here and think about, yes, those things will hurt. Yes, the ugly, like it's ugly, it's a harsh reality, but if I keep thinking about it, my mind will be the devil's playground and it's gonna make me depressed. But then I started thinking about like, man, excuse my French, shit, I don't like toxic, I don't like drama, My daughter lives a drama-free life. She is a happy baby. She is beyond, she's not even content. She is beyond that. She is a ray of sunshine. She is just everything. Like, allowing certain things in my daughter's life when I've already seen it firsthand, and she didn't really, like, I had to say, really missing out on anything. I appreciate God for, and this may sound really crazy to some of y'all, I appreciate God for removing certain things from my life or certain situations, because I do have a big heart. I do. But baby, I don't like chaos. I don't like drama. And we ain't sit down and talk about something, because I can't do. I appreciate him for him not giving multiple people access to, and this may not be y'all case, like multiple people don't have access to me or Winter. And I really appreciate God for that, because if they did, if I thought the ugly was the devil's playground, what? He would make that thing an amusement park. Like, I would literally lose my mind with the amount. Man, I'm not no yes ma'am, yes sir, none of that. Like, and I really appreciate God from literally making me a vessel to just stop it, and being able to be in my life to be like, look at the situation and be like, not her, pick me up, and be like, huh, baby, go on, sit, cause the ghetto, that's like how I feel. Like, that's like the best way that I can like explain it. Like, I appreciate God for him seeing everything and him being able to hand him here, like, you know, like me and Winter, and undeserving anyway. So go ahead, sit right here, baby, and I'm gonna need you to, I'm doing these step things, I'm gonna need you to do this, and this. I chose you for a reason, not for that. And that's how I cope, because I really think about, like, I haven't spoke to someone in 3 years. Winter hasn't seen this person in 4 years. She's about to be 5. And it's just like, we don't lack. When you truly think about it, like, the only thing that is missing is the person. And think about your situation, because I'm coming, it's not normal. First of all, it's not normal. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Jesus, it's not normal. And I had to just sit down with myself and be like, but it's okay. But is that something I really want to allow in my daughter's life? She is truly happy, but dealing with chaos and her seeing me unhappy is the scariest thing that I could think of in this world. And I just Winter, this child is, I don't want any of my children, Winter, this child, children to come after this, I don't want them to see me unhappy, because I feel like I believe in energy. Like, I'm going to pass that along to my kids. And when I'm unhappy, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. And I don't want to shut myself in a room away from my kids or not do things that I don't normally do. Like, these are the things that I have dealt with before Winter even got here. I don't want to have those patterns while my children are here. Like, shutting out the world and shutting them out and just going in my room and just being a zombie to life. So if God removed it, best believe it hurts, but I truly 100% trust him and why he did it. Like I said, I don't want my baby to feel anything less than what she feels now. She ain't asking. She ain't wondering. She like, I haven't got to that stage yet. And when I do, it's gonna be okay. I ain't gotta lay down the whole whoop de whoop. Look, it is what it is. Not really. I'm not gonna tell my baby that though. I'm gonna come up. Well, I don't have to come up with anything because, like I said, God has blessed me to where I don't. But look, until that happens, then me and God will figure it out. But right now, worrying about that, it's not worth it. It's not worth my sanity. It's not worth your sanity. It's not worth spending hours thinking about. You are not in control. Sorry, baby. You're not in control. God is in control. And honestly, thank him, because I've heard so many stories where people wanted that relationship or like for their child, and just the most horrible things happen. Unless God brings it back together, what he drifted apart, you better know that it was for a reason and a purpose, and it was for your good. It's a hard pill to swallow, trust me, especially if you've been swallowing it for more than I have. It is a hard pill to swallow, but believe me when I say, what God removes, he replaces with better. I promise. If I can show y'all like how far God has gotten me with dude, you talking to a walking testimony. You're talking to somebody who came from cutting. Like, when I tell you what God removes, he replaces with better, I wholeheartedly believe, like, what he removes, trust him, it was a reason. Like, and we don't see it, and we be wanting to see it, and yes, it's frustrating, but it was a reason that things happened this way. Now, if he howsoever brings it back, like I said, if he does, he replaces it with better. So clearly it was sat down with him, whatever was going on, cooking up in the other room that you wasn't in. That's not something you need to worry about. But you also need to know discernment, because look, people will really try to come and their intentions don't be pure. So you're gonna have to learn discernment on your own. I have a really when it comes to discernment, pretty on point, not gonna lie. Obedience, we got some things to work on. But discernment, I would know. So yeah, that is pretty much how I cope. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you guys. Like I said, I'm a little rusty. I'm gonna talk about this more next time. I'm gonna write some stuff down. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I know it's all